Hey everyone, Mike DiDonato here from Fireman Canada, and today we're going to be looking at the ultimate Rocket Espresso accessory guide. So the first thing I want to talk about in this guide is probably, in my opinion, one of the more important tools, and that's having some sort of tamping mat or station. So with Rocket, you have three options. So your first are your standard rubber mats. Now you'll notice this one has a border, this one does not. The reason for that being, it depends on your countertop. Some people have round or beveled counters. Some have a 90-degree angle, and this is perfect. It really depends on you and what you have. Why I think this is important. So here's your standard portafilter. Now, smacking these two tips down on your counters constantly can eventually lead to some dings on this, but not only that, you can destroy your countertops. Now, this is the Rocket Tamping Station. It's in a class of its own when compared to these two units. Primary differences are, it has a dedicated spot for your tamper, so I can put my tamper in there, which is really nice. And what I really like about it is that it has this notch here, so it's gonna hold your portafilter in place. Now you might look at it and say, well, it works like that, no problem. But what about when you have a single spout? A single spout makes things a little bit trickier. It'll never really be able to balance. It requires a little bit more patience when tamping, but having this kind of eliminates the need for that, and it'll always hold it. Now another nice thing is that this entire set comes apart into multiple pieces for cleaning. So you have your tamper seat here with the Rocket logo. It's a nice soft touch on the inside. You have the actual stand, also says Rocket Espresso. You have your Rocket badge, and then you have the actual mat. This will protect your countertops, and what's really nice about it is you can remove each piece for cleaning, so you're never really gonna have any kind of build up in those nooks and crannies. You can put it back together. It's very, very simple. Now with these ones, they do have the small Rocket logo where you can leave your tamper. But again, it's not really a true kind of tamping seat. In my opinion, I think this is obviously the best one, but there's nothing wrong with either of those. It really depends on your setup and how much space you have and if that makes sense for you or not. Let's look at our next accessory, the Rocket Tamper. Personally, I really love this. I love how it's kind of engraved, painted. It's a 58 mil tamper, and this thing is heavy. It's got a lot of weight to it. It comes apart into two pieces. Super, super heavy duty tamper. I really like it. I do like the straight line angle here, going down to that. This is just a solid tamper. Now the machines, most of them do come with the aluminum billet style tamper, which is great as well. It's a one-piece tamper. But if you really want that weight, heft, and significance, I think you can't really go wrong with this guy here. This is a beautiful tamper. Let's look at another very important accessory, and that is the Rocket Knock Box. Beautiful box, has the Rocket Espresso logo on the back, a rubber bar in here. Really simple to use. It's got a pad on the bottom too, so it's not gonna scratch up your counters. It stays in place. This is critical. Having a knock box is so important. I can't tell you how many people, how many houses I go to where, I mean, in Toronto we have to use a green bin for our organics, and I see guys trying to knock it into that. I have a friend of mine who's actually broken 3 of them. Other weird things like going to a garbage can with a spoon or a cloth. Make your life a lot easier. Get one of these and just knock them out. And Rocket does a really nice job. It doesn't take up a lot of counter space. You'll see kind of the space in here. It's really accurate. It's really nice. It's not bigger or bulkier than it needs to be. I like kind of the round shape of it. I do like these 2 billets on the side, which you can use to unscrew. Really, really nice piece. Stainless, super heavy duty. I think this is a must in every single espresso setup, and the Rocket one is gorgeous. The look and design is unreal. Now another really unique piece, we have our frothing pitchers. So these are the 3 Rocket pitchers. They come in multiple sizes, 75 or 50 CL, and finishes. Really it boils down to what you like in regards to color and finish. Stainless steel is a very classic thing, easy to clean. Obviously so is the black and white. I personally at home use the white ones. I like the matte look. I think they're really beautiful. I like having the Rocket, the R stamp there. They are really nice with these handles where you can kind of hold 3 fingers and your thumb in there. The spout is beautiful and it's really nice for latte art, so you can achieve a good latte art with these frothers. It does have that tip spout. I like how the inside, it kind of bevels outward. You kind of know your fill line, you're gonna wanna go up to here, but you can go higher. It really depends on you and how good you are at frothing milk. I personally think any setup will need a proper frothing pitcher. Don't use a cup, please don't. Don't use something weird like that. I do see that from time to time. I have seen other frothing pitchers out there with big kind of rubber sleeves, and you know, they market them as, oh, it's great because you don't feel the heat, but that's the most important part. You don't want to scald the milk, you don't want to burn it. So having this and touching it and feeling the true heat of what's coming out is extremely important for any barista. Now, last but not least is the Rocket blind portafilter. Now, what's nice about this guy is you really get to see the extraction, flowering and blooming of your espresso. It's a really neat thing. It's super cool to see it in action. You don't actually need it. Most of the machines, if not all of them, come with a single and double handle, but this one just kind of elevates your setup. It makes it look really cool. I personally love it. I use one at home. Anytime a guest comes over who's never seen it, they're always really kind of blown away by seeing that coffee, initial pour and extraction, the colors. It's just something that's so cool. Again, you don't actually need it, but I do think that it does kind of elevate the setup and the experience of a Rocket machine. Anyways, guys, that's my comprehensive Rocket accessory review. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out our Instagram at Fiamma_Canada for some cool and fun content. And check out our website, www.fiamma.ca for all your Rocket Espresso needs.